Hey, what's up, chat? Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. What's up, Kaylee on YouTube? Hello. What's up, AS? AS Saru? Is that how you pronounce your name? What's up, Crystal? What's up, Ray? Hi, Misa. Oh, and Small Bean got the first. Hello, hello. Good morning. This is like very early for my stream. Time zones suck. Sorry was good. Okay. That one seems easier. Oh my god, Kiv, you've never stopped in my chat. What the fuck? Yeah, get your guys' fun out of the way because I'm gonna shut off my toggles when I start my collab. Get the fun out of the way. Come on, do it. Just have fun with it. Hello. Thank you for the first time chat, Kibby. You weren't following me either. I rated you like 4 times. That's funny. Listen. I've rated you like 4 times. Wow. This is the first time I could actually catch you. Okay. All right. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. How you doing today? What's up, Pastor? Hi. I'm doing okay. We're gonna be doing a collab with Nyara today, so that's pretty cool. I'm slowly disabling all my toggles right now, so you have fun with the... I'll probably leave the glasses one on. Yeah, I'll leave glasses on, but everything else is gonna get shut off. That means no bolts. No bolts. Probably no text-to-speech either. Actually, I don't need to disable text-to-speech. I could just disable it on here. There we go. Bro, give me a video on how to train voice intuition by mimicking Batman TAS characters, but the damn audio is corrupted. I'm sorry. That sucks. What's up, Flabber? You don't have to leave glasses on? No. I'm saying I was leaving the ability to toggle the glasses on and off. Because, like, you should be able to take my glasses off. I was following before, but stuff. I don't know. It sounds like a lot of excuses. I never unfollowed you. Maybe I'm just better than you. I'm just messing with you, Kimmy. Just keep them off? Fuck. Just keep them off. I will bite you. You're gonna bite me? You're gonna bite me? Is that what? You're gonna bite me? Is that what you're gonna do? It's too much fun. That's not fair. I'm so fucking tired, chat. I was not expecting to stream this early. I thought we were supposed to do our collab at 2 p.m. and then she's like, by the way, and then she showed me like the time. Is this time so good for you? I was like, what the fuck? That's 2 hours before that I was supposed to start. I'm gonna work on models, so I'm good. We're just gonna be yapping here for a little bit. I'm trying to still disable everything. Let's swap back to this outfit. This is my main outfit. We're gonna be just like yapping until she's ready to go. But I hope everyone had a wonderful Friday and a good week so far. I'm super tired. There's my stretch of the day. I'm just so tired. I've been playing so much World of Warcraft lately that I think that I'm like delving back into my old personality of just like gaming all day and not bathing. Though to be fair, I will be bathing later. Just I'm just joking. Sniffa. Not the fucking armpits. Not the pets. Living up to that WoW player stereotype, yeah. The only other difference is I'm not in the basement, so I do live in my mom's house, but we technically take care of her, so it's not really the same. Just we're in the attic. We're in the attic. It's like, I'm surprised I'm not affected by mold like Asmongold. Hey, what's up, Lexi? Hi. How you doing today? I'm doing good. We're just yapping for a little bit to warm up a little bit. I probably should have made more coffee, but I forgot. Reverse Asmon. Yeah, the mold turned me to be super woke, right? The super woke version. Not only did I got trans, but I also went super woke. The reverse mold. It happens. It obviously happens. The reverse mold effect. I am like congested as fuck. A trans inclusive radical trans. Now we're gonna talk about, honestly, I'm gonna bring it up today about the transgender exclusive radical transsexuals. Makes no fucking sense. My mushrooms got to, yeah. Yeah, there's like shrooms, yeah. The turds are back, yes. They're back. The damn turrets. Damn you turrets. Shakes fist. It's kind of sad, yeah. I agree. It's very disappointing to see, because like that's something you don't really expect. Yeah. I've never seen that before. Like I kind of figured it happens, because like it's no different than, you know, white people, and then you have like white supremacists, and like obviously we don't agree with that stuff, so it's kind of a similar thing, where you just have people who are like super weird about their identity. How are you gonna hate on your own community? You would be surprised. You would be surprised. Hi, Cyber. Hello. Hi. There's a lot of people that like hating on their communities. It's insane, though. It's insanity. Absolute insanity. You know, I probably should set something up. Because Nyara has like a little thing, but honestly, I'll probably just like window capture her on Discord. I don't really care if it's, yeah, I'll probably just do that. Just do the window capture on Discord so I can capture her stuff. Or I'm not sure if she wants to use the ninja thing. We'll see when I talk to her. You got one of the broken games refunded? That's good. Bye, Shen. Nice not seeing you. Hi. Hi, bye. Bye. It's crazy how many people do that stuff. It's insanity how many people do that stuff. Like, so many people do that bullshit. Of like, it's just pick me shit. Just pick me. I'm one of the good transsexuals. That's all it is. Smallbean, I'm pretty sure Smallbean would have disowned me if I went down that route. I'm one of the actual transsexuals. I would have got disowned by my wife. It really sucks because we have like a lot of non-binary friends and people who are just gender non-conforming, and they're not binary trans people at all. So I guess I just have that lived experience that other people don't have, where I'm a lot more accepting of gender non-conforming people and non-binary people, I guess. You're so early today. Also, the head pats are borked. I got my toggles shut off because I'm gonna be doing a collab today. So I don't really want like toggles like slapping and shit. I don't want the toggles slapping. So I'll be shutting my alerts off too. Like all my alerts will get shut off. The bald collab. No, you're not allowed to bald me today. It's off. I used to be a really bad person and I hate a lot of people, and when I started playing online with different people and I found out I was trans, my vibe changed so much on things. Yeah, that's how I wouldn't really consider myself a horrible person. I was just very blunt, which a lot of people just use that as an excuse to basically hide the fact they're an asshole. But I've always been a compassionate person and like good to people and like really against like discrimination and shit. So I didn't really fall into that pipeline ever. So it made like all of this very natural to me. View. Oh, I thought you said vibe. I'm sorry. I met and debated a trans Nazi before. It was a crazy experience. Hope she's doing better now though. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. They're insane. They're actually insane. They are insane. Crazy ass people. There's some wild people on this planet. How does that even work? You guys never met there was a trans man. No, it was a trans woman who they were claiming they were the reincarnation of Hitler. They're a trans woman. Or was it a trans man? I don't even fucking remember. I just remember how ridiculous it was. Yeah, hold on. Reincarnation of Hitler, trans person. Oh, it says a TikToker named Felix Cypher. Felix Cypher. Yep, that's actually a person. They're an author. Hold on, let me pull. Am I allowed to show this? It's on TikTok, so maybe I should be allowed to show it. Okay, here, hold on.
All right, it's time to address.
This is like, this shit's insane. Hold on. I'm surprised you guys never saw this before.
The nose ring drama. So if you haven't seen my latest video where I made this new nose ring right here, people are essentially calling me every name under the sun because I had the Reichsadler on my jacket. So I need to tell you guys a little something about me. And you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever you'd like, any name under the sun. But I'm very in tune with my past and my past lives and lifetimes that I've lived before this one. My last life just so happened to be a very infamous one. Me offing myself was one of the first memories I had from that lifetime. It came to me when I was 5 in my nightmares. You can see right where I shot myself too. That and just so many other things throughout my life have connected me to my past. And you can go say, oh, go get on your meds again, you nutter. I've been on so many meds and none of them have changed what I saw when I was 5.
So yeah, that was the trans Nazi I was talking about. Fucking insanity, right? Hey, what's up, Nura? Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Let me invite you to share stream thingy.
Okay. Did you want to just do the model thing through Discord, or?
We can do it through Discord, yeah. If that works with you with the virtual camera. My god. Is that our first collab?
Yes, it is.
Wild. Okay, I invited you. Okay, dokie. Wow.
Just the meow immediately. For some reason, it's not detecting my model. Hold on.
That's not good. Okay, let me get something to drink while you figure that out.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Swag.
The swag. Hold on, chat. Sprout to OBS. Discord not detecting. OBS virtual camera. Can't make you bald in front of Nira's chat. No, you cannot.
Ouch. Hello, I'm back.
Hi, are you using the Sprout 2 plugin for Discord?
No, I have the virtual VTube Studio cam thingy.
I see that, but it's just like red text. What does that say? Hold on.
Unity has not. I mean, we can use the other page. We can do the other thing.
Was it the OBS store, the Ninja or whatever? We can just do that, yeah.
Video.ninja, I think. Create a room. Enter room name here.
Where's the glasses
Insecure
toggle?
room name.
The glasses toggle is gone, Flapper. They're stuck on my face permanently now. You have to link it to me. I can't find the link that you sent me.
I didn't send you any link.
You said the Ninja website link.
Yeah. I have to figure this out. I have never created a room. Insecure name. Why is that an insecure need? Interesting. I don't know. Why does it say insecure room name? Okay. The guest can see on I have never done those. So
I'm also trying to figure it out. Oh, I just figured it out.
you figured it out?
Yeah, on the camera. There we go.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
on the Ninja, but on the Discord.
Yeah. I see. That's okay. Huh? I don't know how to do the other thing.
Yeah, that's probably something we should experiment later. Like, not on stream.
Yeah, you want to experiment with me?
Yeah.
You're really close to your screen. Do you change your thing a lot, or?
Oh yeah, I can change it. Hold on. There you go.
No, I'm just.
Oh yeah,
Now you're really far away.
I was like in my chatting
No,
screen.
I'm just wondering what your preferred like actual thingy is, so I can like set you up properly.
Oh okay, yeah. It's I was gonna set it up. Hold on. Because I was gonna share your model on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
Just a meow.
Should I have a black background as well? Want me?
Oh, you can do your normal thing. Let me change my model. So I'll probably do like
Take your time.
I'm gonna stay at that size. So all right.
Okay, yeah, that works. Wait, let me move over so people can see you, and then I can. What are you doing, clown?
That got disabled. Damn it. Who did it? Do you normally go through and like disable your stuff before a collab too?
No.
Apparently I missed one. Well, you don't
Sometimes
do it?
I don't typically do it. No, it's just I have the thing muted, the mix it up muted. So if people are going to do like dances and so on. I need to set it up so I also have like a thing where you can see chat messages.
Your fucking
Even in
tail
the
is
dual screen.
huge.
I have big tails, yeah.
Got a big ass
I
tail.
have big.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to like use a color so you can like chroma key it out?
Yes, please.
Can you back for it?
No. Can you?
You want shit from me? What the fuck? Why should I?
No, I'm just like it's. Oh, there we go. The chroma key.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, Nyara, you're so big.
I clipped that. let me enable chat by the way.
Okay.
Oh my god. Holy okay. Oh god. Do you have to turn that into like a voice alert thingy?
You might have to. Okay, I think we're settled. At least on my end.
Yeah.
Your big ass tail is behind me now.
Okay. I'm sorry that I'm this big. I didn't know.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay, let me start some music.
I'm sorry that I'm this big. What's up, chat? Sorry, I was like trying to focus on setting that up, so we're good now.
Oh, what the fuck? That was.
This meows always get my fucking cat like looking around.
Sorry, I've been very needy lately. Hmm.
From the lands of Whooith.
Who's this?
Who is that? Where is that?
Is Whooith loud enough? Can people confirm or deny? She is fine.
Don't
Is fine good? Audible? Audible is not enough. Is it perfect? Can you use words? Can you speak?
perfect. Wait, what? Oh, you want me to talk? Sorry, I was like laughing about Flabbers trying to convince your chat to turn back on my glasses toggle, so because Flabber doesn't like glasses.
Okay. Is Whooith good or perfect? I need to know. Perfect? Okay, Whooith, you're perfect.
Good, good.
Let me pick some music. DMCA free and copyright free music for Twitch. Why does that come out of my monitor? What?
I love how much scuff that includes any collab or anything I do. I just like I infect the scuff onto everyone.
Oh no, it just sounds really far away. Like, what the fuck?
It's literally ruining my viewing experience. Wait, does it ruin anyone's viewing experience that I'm wearing glasses?
Oh. Okay. That should be fine.
You've been outvoted, Flabber.
That should be fine, right? I think that should be good.
Fine, I'll turn my toggles back on since people want to do stuff to me. Hold on.
Okay, interesting. I didn't expect this stream to be this horny this quickly. Oh, my chat wants to do something with me.
I just immediately got balled in. Yeah.
I think that's a skill issue. That's what happens frequently.
Yeah.
Right?
Must put the egg. Very often, yeah. Oh crap. I want a drink.
I need to get drunk for this stream. I feel like. When's the board redeem? Never. Don't spray me. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the NYACAST. Today we're joined by my good friend, who sadly couldn't actually be here with full hair. Whooith.
Why did you start it right now?
I mean, it's been going the entire time. It's just,
True.
at some
Okay.
point.
There you go. My hair's back. We're back to normal. Okay.
I'm not going to start over. This is just like what you
That's
have
just
to
the
live
take.
with.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we don't do any double takes here.
Fair.
Yep.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Surprisingly.
Who is this?
It's Whooith. I'm
Okay.
anyone who's never experienced what is this pink fluff, you would say, is I'm a druid VTuber. I'm also a trans activist on well, I would say mainly Twitter, but I've been starting to do stuff IRL too.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I think it's definitely more impactful to do something in your own community and space, and not necessarily being on Twitter. Like, that's kind of what I've noticed.
Yeah, it's honestly Twitter is like its own little bubble, and like a lot of stuff happens and some stuff leaks out, but it's a lot more impactful just to get off of it. Surprisingly.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, that actually makes a lot of sense. I'm still going to be addicted to it, and
True.
be there.
Yeah, still will.
Yeah. I mean, you did regraduate, right?
Yeah, so I I ended up graduating because I was like thinking that that's what I wanted to. I just want to go into face cam stuff, and I realized that I just like VTubing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like the. I'm not even gonna like count how many times I've done that, but I think that this is like the final time that will happen. No promises.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's just I think it was like a phase where a lot of things happened, and you essentially just didn't want to be with the VTuber community anymore, which understandable considering what
Mm-hmm.
state we're currently in, but also VTubing is fun.
Yeah, it's fun being a silly little anime girl online. Then you know, having to show
Mm-hmm.
yourself and remove your safety bubble, and people see you for who you are, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing, but people tend to use it against you.
Yeah. I mean, it's also if you're a VTuber and you kind of like break and you just like start streaming with your face, even though you're just still the same person, people are going to be put off by it for whatever reason, which kind of sucks.
Well, it's the same thing for like people who like face cam streamers. They don't normally like VTubers and vice versa. So
Which I hope is going to change this year or next year. I think that it should be like more normalized for face tubers to stream with VTubers and vice versa.
mhm. It might be. I have some theories about it, and I was actually talking to Anna about this the other day about how we kind of feel like VTubing might actually go more into like a niche style thing, kind of like focus mainly on ASMR, because that seems like it's kind of going that direction.
I mean, I feel like there's also like the thing with music, where there are a lot of VTubers doing music and so on. But I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's going to like form into a niche and it's going into that direction. I think it's just Anna does ASMR and has like a lot of experience with like the ASMR part of the VTuber community. But I think that it's like even more broadly. What bothers me, I talked about this the other day, is that like I feel like it's more acceptable for right-wing facecam streamers to interact with right-wing VTubers than it is for left-wing facecam streamers to interact with left-wing VTubers.
I can see that.
It's kind of rare that like I guess in general VTubing is more left-wing, like vocal left-wing, because you're just an anime girl. Why are you having a political opinion? Um But yeah, I hope that it's going to move in this direction where it's just going to be more acceptable for people to be vocal and visible as leftists, even in the VTuber community.
I think the best part about VTubing in general is the fact that people who have other talents that aren't necessarily just being conventionally attractive are allowed to like explore those talents without being judged for what they look like or how they dress
Mm-hmm.
or how they act. It's mainly about like
Yeah.
it's being able to like express yourself without having to worry about like all the material things.
Yeah. I think that's probably like one of the biggest appeals is that you just like take a component away that you might have insecurities with in real life. Like if you're a trans person, you have like gender dysphoria, it just makes it easier to not have to worry about it, like how you look on
Hmm.
camera that day.
Yeah, when I started VTubing, that was like I actually started VTubing because I wanted to explore my gender identity, and that's when I became a VTuber is when I came out first as trans. So like that, I was able to express myself a lot faster because of that, and I think the overall accepting vibe 3 years ago from the VTuber community, where it wasn't really super bad like it is now. I was able to like flourish under those circumstances.
I I didn't really know a lot about VTubing back in the day. I heard like some VTubers. I think I learned about like Iron Mouse. I think the first there was years ago when I was doing graphics. I was doing graphic like stream overlays and so on for somebody who had a podcast and interviewed Iron Mouse back in the early day. That's kind of like how I learned about VTubing, but that was it was like still at the start, and I wasn't really interested in streaming at this point. I was just doing behind the scenes stuff. And then actually I started creating more content because I thought that like, hey, if I'm creating more content and streaming, I can actually have more commissions for stream graphics and so on. And then I kind of dived into this whole thing of like, I mean, nobody actually cares about overlays anymore this much. Like,
That's that is so relatable because I was like heavy into the programming sphere back then, and I was like, I'm just gonna use VTubing as like my side thing, and I'm just gonna continue programming my projects and stuff, and I just ended up falling into more of a political sphere instead.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. I think if you're a trans person, it is really difficult to stay out of the political aspect of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's because right wingers, some not all, but still will react aggressively to anime women on the internet with opinions they don't like, but will go based when anime woman on the internet says something they like. Yeah, that's why it's like so easy. If you have like a cutesy model, a cutesy voice, and you just say the right things, you're just going to get picked up by the worst people imaginable. And you know, if you're also entertaining on top of it, it gives you opportunities that is not really it doesn't really happen on the left that much, where um you know, like every now and then I on Twitter I've bigger leftist creators react to my stuff or like tweets, interact with tweets and so on. People know me, but it's not like it's not like the same when it comes to like people on the right. It's not. It's just maybe it's just because we don't have like this bubble that like the right has, where they just like amplify voices like this, where they constantly keep posting these things and having like this herd mob mentality on the left. It's more like, well, I kind of got to be careful with who I associate because maybe there's something going on that is going to give me backlash, which kind of sucks.
I agree with that. The right are drawn to parasocialism since their own rotten personalities leave them lonely. Yeah, I think I was talking to Don about this recently about how there's always this ideal that the right tries to push that the left is like completely like an echo chamber, but I've heard a lot more nuance in the left and the right. Like if you step out of line even like a little bit, you'll see them like attack each other like so hard. But it's like it happens on the left too. That's why their whole thing called the left cannibalizes itself. Like it's that's like one of the small things that it's both sides that does it. Like you just have to like toe the line with a lot of things, and it's a little annoying.
Yeah, I feel like on the right, if you're a VTuber and you do like this parasocial thing and it turns out that you have like a relationship, people will eat you. And on the left, it's like, yeah, if you're saying things that are going into the direction, like down the pipeline of like transphobia and so on, people will call you out. And if you keep insisting on going down this pipeline, you will get ostracized. Obviously, that makes sense. But I find it like interesting what gets people on the right turn against each other. Like that's obviously a lot of these people are incredibly miserable and hate each other and so on, and the only thing that unites them is just being angry at a specific group, minority people, as individuals and so on. But I find it interesting what is this essentially the only thing that cancels people on the ride.
There is some things I don't really want to like talk about them on stream. That's like more of like a private conversation because like I don't want to deal with that. But I do want to bring up you said about like people on the left getting canceled for or even called out for things. That's why a lot of the times, and I think you agree with me on this, the fact that like there isn't really a left wing grifter, and the reason for
Yeah.
that is because not because they don't exist, but because they get called out and they either A, they disappear, or B, they start grifting to the right, like every single time.
Yeah. But haven't you heard about Hassan Piker? I find it so interesting because, like, I mean, grifting implies that you change your views and what you say according to the flow of what makes you the most money.
To a lot of people, at least from the chud sphere, they think that grifting means that you just say you say things just to get a reaction. That's what they think grifting is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why they call me a grifter or say that I'm like rage baiting. And I'm like, I've been consistently saying that trans women are women for a really long time, and it's because it's true. And people get mad at me for that. Like that doesn't make me a grifter, that just makes you a horrible person.
Yeah, I remember someone called me a grifter. I was like, I literally named out all the things I believe in. They were like, yeah, you're grifting. It's like, what? It's literally just my beliefs.
Yeah, I think there's also like this idea or that problem on the right that they don't have the capability of understanding that people on the left are not exactly like them. And that the situations, the circumstances on the left are not the same as on the right. Like on the right, you have obviously a lot of billionaires and so on who want to push all of these things. You have a lot of big platforms who boost other people on the right, and on the left, you don't really you don't have any billionaires, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
You
just
don't
have
have
there's no money in it. Like that's why like
yeah.
I never understand when people mention left wing grifters. I was like, there's no money about it. But they're like, but what about Hassan? It's like Hassan made his popularity off of being a political commentator. Of course he gets money.
Yeah, like he is community funded.
Yeah, he's not APAC funded or
Yeah, exactly. It's like I think he was being accused of getting sponsored for the China trip.
oh boy.
And it's like always this idea that like, oh, you are doing XYZ just because you're getting paid for it. But like that just highlights how corrupt people on the right are, because like they don't believe in these things actually. They're just in it for the money. And they think that everybody else is also in it for the money.
That,
Soros bucks, exactly.
that's a good example, Taco. Dave Rubin and Jamie Dore are examples of left wing who both swapped sides because the money wasn't there and now they grift to the right. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It's like people who quote unquote grift to the left, they'll get called out or outed as like a bad person, and instead of like fixing the problem, they'll double down. They'll be like, well, I guess the left is lost, like every single time. And then they'll start grifting
It's
right.
always like this. It's like wow, I've been on your side all this time and now you're criticizing me? Don't you know
Why won't you
what
debate
this
me?
don't you know what this makes me do? Like you're pushing me further to the right by criticizing me.
Oh my
I was
God.
on the fence of things and now you pushed me over it. It's always it's always like this.
We're going through
And
this right now.
if you actually like firmly believe in certain things and you do not move your position, even if it's not the lucrative thing to do, even if you face like the abuse for it, like supporting trans rights and so on. It sucks that people try to undermine it and dismiss it by oh, you're just doing it because it gives you attention.
This shit reminds me what Black Rat just said, the look what you made me do fucking abuser ass mentality. That reminds me of like that stupid meme of like the person pulling off the Hitler mask and it's just Hitler underneath.
Yeah.
But as far as like grifting problems and like people doing that whole the left is lost type, we're going through that with the trans discourse right now. And I actually want to bring this up. Have you heard about HBS?
I have not.
Okay, so it's a theory from like 100 years ago, and it's called Harry Benjamin syndrome.
Okay.
The idea is basically that transsexuals they're actually a separate entity that are true transsexuals, and what they are is they're intersex people that are self-diagnosed, and they believe that they're the only like true transsexuals.
Oh my god.
And we believe that's what's going on with that person that we're dealing with right now. We think that she's fallen into like a cult. Because you'll see a lot of the people that she follows and a lot of the people that have been part of the discourse on the other side that have HBS 5 or HBS 4 in their bios, and it's like, okay. Yeah, I'll link
there are different levels of HBS.
Here, I'll link the PDF in the chat. There you go. Harry Benjamin syndrome. It is an intersex condition developed in the early stages of pregnancy, affecting the process of sexual differentiation between male and female. This happens when the brain develops as a certain sex, but the rest of the body takes on the physical characteristics of the opposite sex. The difference between this and most other intersex conditions is that there is no apparent evidence until much later after the baby is born, or even as late as adolescence. Harry Benjamin syndrome was known in the past with many different names, being transsexual ICD-10 and the most common used in relation with it. It's literally the separatism. This is what's going on. It's just another movement of like being like, hey, they're basically just trying to make transsexual people more palatable to the right. That's all they're doing.
So it's essentially like pushing the idea that, oh, if you're transgender, so like you're just pretending, you're not actually real. But like, if there is, the intersex condition of the brain, then you're a real transsexual person.
Yeah, what they're essentially saying is that out of all the trans people in the world, only 1% are these HBS people, and everyone else is perverts and predators.
Everybody else is AGP, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how like all of these people, all of these psychologists and so on that come up with these theories are always linked back, like all of these theories are being linked back to the same people always, like the same circle group of people. You will always like find the same names, like them citing each other and so on. I would be surprised if there isn't like one okay. Maybe these names are not familiar to me. Maybe someone in chat or someone in the water is going to know, going to be familiar with one of those names. I still read. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've never understood that argument of like, oh, you're just pretending to be trans. Like, why would you purposely want to put a target on your back like that? I don't understand that.
I think the concept is just it is transphobia. It is transphobic people pushing this, and they want to separate the community and push this theory of like, oh no, you're the real one. I know that you're the real one, but like everybody else makes you look bad. which
Yeah.
happens in the trans community very frequently. Actually, it happens with like the 4chan trans people, with the all of these trans women who just look like a man. They're just pretending and doing it for clout. But like, you are actually struggling. You're the real one, because like, you understand that these other people are just pretending. And yeah, the same when it comes to these transgenders. They are actually not the real ones. They're just pretending. These non-binary people, they're making you look bad. But you're transsexual. You have the desire to actually change your anatomy, your actual sex, and that is why you're one of the real ones. Which sadly happens a lot.
As a trans person, like I do like believe in the whole concept that we are changing our sex, but I think most people actually believe this. They're just like, there is a lot of there's a lot of separatism in the trans community in general. I don't think there's anything wrong with transgender people being slightly different than transsexual. Like, I don't care if you want to like label yourself as that. Just like, don't go the route of like, hey, these people are bad, we're good. Like, it's just dumb. Because at the end of the day,
I feel like
we're all gonna be lined up in the fucking camp at the end of the day. So like, why?
I just see it so like, it's kind of. Do you remember the pissed off lawyer who got picked up by Toast, fell into that pipeline, and then
Hendrix, yeah.
detransitioned
Yeah.
and I think that this just happens so often that there are groups of people, circles of people who will harass you, dogpile on you, and then if you give them an inch, if you start breaking, they will be nice to you, and then you're going to say things that are obviously transphobic, and you're going to face backlash from the trans community, which then isolates you further and pushes you further into like this hive mind, this transphobic hive mind.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened. That's what's going on with Jenna right now. I was trying to prevent it. I was like, come on, you guys just need to stop dogpiling her, because she's just gonna go deep. She's gonna dig her heels in and go deeper down that pipeline. And now it's just too late now.
Yeah, she was retweeting someone who was literally just saying tough stuff and being like, "You're so true. You're so real for that. Thank you for saying this." And I had a tweet, an interaction. So there was this thing of like, I'm not going to disown a fellow sister and friend just because she says shitty things sometimes. I was like, sexually harassing trans women and normalizing transphobic talking points is not saying shitty things sometimes. It's ridiculous that you don't see how you're falling into the same pipeline. This is referring like Brianna Wu, by the way. What pipeline is that? The left is purity testing. The left is pushing me away. The left is lost. We need to find common ground with centrists. We have to concede that trans women are not real women. Well, maybe if we were nicer to transphobes, they'd hate us less. And what is missing in these things are like the stages of like, well, we should like listen to the concerns of TERFs as well. We should listen to gender critical people as well. What about the high detransition rates of like trans men? What about the high detransition rates? What about like all of these children that grow out of their gender dysphoria and so on? Like, these things are obviously missing in this pipeline, in this thing that I wrote down. But yeah, sadly we see this too often, and someone who is, if you're a trans person, if you're a trans creator, you're very, you're a target. You're getting dogpiled on, and then something might change, right? Maybe you're going to befriend people who are trying to convert you, bring you over to like their side, and so on. And a lot of trans people who are vocal and visible are not prepared to handle these things.
That was so accurate. Just sell your trans friends and family to win more elections. Everyone after November 2024. Yeah, that was like everyone in the US. As far as Brianna, what you were saying, yeah, I barely even like criticized her, and she like called me ugly and blocked me. So
Brianna has me blocked since her shitty apology, her shitty non-apology, and me calling that out.
yeah, I remember when she blocked and hid your comments. So I just like took a screenshot of your comment and be like, "Why are you hiding this?"
Yeah. No, it's so easy. Because like you experience so much constant abuse, and a lot of people just can't handle that, and you're very likely to actually like fall into these spaces, especially if you're like on the fence of like some things. If these people like exploit your internalized transphobia and so on, if people are going to weaponize the state of the society right now against you. And I see this a lot of times with trans people who hate me, for instance, right? A lot of like these 4gen trans people, especially trans women, also like those that are stuck in the right wing bubble when it comes to VTubers and so on. I see this a lot. And it sucks that obviously you're a target, but they make you feel like you're special.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just a token, and that token will get spent.
I've fallen in. I mean, I think you've gone into. You went through like previous things in the past of like
Mm-hmm.
kind of
I had my
falling.
crash out against. Oh, everybody's too woke as well. I had my crash out about
I
2 years ago.
I just realized I'm backwards on your thing. Hold on, let me fix it. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, I was completely backwards for a while.
now you're looking in the wrong direction, though.
Flip me around. You can't just change me. Hold on, let me change that. I didn't realize that you can't see the thing either.
Scuffed. With is not
I'm always
prepared.
stuffed. There you go. You can put a.
Oh, you want me to green screen it?
Yeah, I didn't realize you didn't do it. Because I'm, Al
Oh,
Brain,
that
as
was
people like to say. Is that too.
that's blue. Do you like the style? Do you like it when I take the blue out of you?
You just took my blue.
I took your blue.
Do I need to change the color, or are you good?
No,
Okay.
that's good.
Is it
But
mysterious?
yeah, like I think at this point over 2 years ago, I made a video about this where I consider myself one of the enlightened centrists, and being like, oh yeah, these leftist snowflakes, they're a little bit too, they're too fragile. You can't even say anything anymore. You can't even joke about things. And I had my wake up call as well, and a big crash out. And this kind of made me wake up. And for some people, it's like, oh, you changed your mind on a lot of things way too quickly. But it's like, yeah, I spent about a year and a half educating myself on leftist talking points and deprogramming myself from a lot of things that I have learned growing up from like these right-wing places.
I never really went through like what you would consider like a right wing phase. Like I did try to like look past some things kind of similar to what Jenna's doing right now. Which I think we're all familiar with me like trying to befriend Nines and Shiro and all them. But I never changed my my morals or my beliefs on that. Like I never tried to like change or like say that, oh my god, the trans community is like so bad or anything like that. I did make one joke and that joke's still used against me to this day. So that's like I would say like probably my biggest regret in VTubing is trying to appeal just because I was tired of the transphobia constantly.
Was that the abortion joke?
No,
that
no, no,
people
no.
are like,
It was the I don't
because that pisses off the Christian conservatives who are like pearl clutching.
No, the
Like,
abortion joke
that
is
was ridiculous.
Abortion joke was actually pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
It was the woke thing, like saying I don't think I'm as woke as I thought I was. It was just like a joke. But people take it way too seriously.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I mean, the thing is like there are so many people who just like expected me to like publicly call you out on these things, but I just DM'd you.
Yeah, because you're my mommy. Remember?
Yeah, I'm your mom. But I had people who don't even follow me or like publicly stated that they don't even like me be like, oh my god, who said all of these horrible things? You need to step in. And I was like, A, don't fucking tell me what to do. And B, I am already like in talks, like privately. Not everything has to be public. Not everything has to be, like a community drama event. I think if you involve your community in certain things, it's going to raise the tension even more.
Yeah, it's almost always better to talk in private. I try to do that, but if the person has me blocked, I don't really have that choice.
Fair enough. I mean, I feel like some people do deserve to be publicly called out.
True.
But others, like, I don't know. I think it's just so. It's just so. It's sad to see someone that you respect fall into this pipeline, and you know that they don't want to actually be deprogrammed from their cult because they are their only support system right now, and they don't want to like break free from that. And you see them go on this self-destructive path, and there's nothing to stop it, and they're going to regret it later.
Yeah, it's really sad to see. Especially with Jenna, because like I don't know what to do about that situation.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna like leave it alone and just see what happens, because like I don't think I'm helping at all.
Yeah. I just blocked, and I hope that she at least took the hint, because she deleted the one post where she was celebrating this one turf post.
Yeah.
I hope that, she's going to realize that. But if your friends are people who are like really stuck in this pipeline, and they're like really nice to you, and manipulating you, and you don't even if you realize it, but it's like, if you have people who are continuously saying transphobic things, horrible things, harassing people, if they are being nice to you, it kind of makes you feel special.
Mm-hmm. And the chuds will always show up if you're going against if you're actually like supporting their narrative, even in the smallest way, they will show up to defend you, which is so fucking funny.
Yeah, and it makes you feel special, and you always have like this idea in mind that you're going to change them for the better. You're the chosen one who actually has the capability of changing a conservative's a right-winger's mind. And I mean, I have made mistakes like that. I have interactions like that. I'm speaking from experience. I think you can also relate to these things with these people, and I've warned you about it. But obviously, even if I can give you the knowledge, it doesn't change how people feel. Sometimes people need to make these mistakes. The problem comes from it being so public.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta like learn the lesson yourself. And that's pretty much what I went through. I had to see it for myself before I could judge. Like like I took like your advice to heart, but I just had to see it for myself.
Yeah. There's always like this, oh yeah, you're speaking from experience. I need to make my experiences as well.
And you were saying about how like it's nice to feel affirmed and stuff. There goes my thought. Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay. I mean, the thing that people need to realize is, as trans people, we are really vulnerable to these things. We are constantly under fire. We're constantly being attacked. We are being isolated, and so on. And there are going to be people who will exploit if you concede to certain talking points. If you just give in to certain talking points, right? Like if I have people be like, oh yeah, I support people transitioning, but they need to be 18 and plus. Why do you not like budge on this? It's like, because I firmly believe that it is cruel to have a trans person undergo all of these irreversible changes that do not match their gender identity, and I will not concede to these talking points just because it's going to be more appealing to more people, even though it's just going to normalize a certain line and it's going to push people over this. It's going to put me in a spot where I cannot go back, essentially. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, what is this? What is it called when you have like two teams and they pull on a rope and they
tug of war.
Tug of war, yeah, exactly. And it's like, as a leftist, as a trans person, you're always losing. The more ground you give to these people, you lost that ground. That is just, and you're not going to get it back because these people are not going to budge. They just want you to have like on this side.
Oh, my thoughts back. I just remembered what I was saying. As someone who's experienced like the whole, the left is just, becoming too woke or something or whatever. It's when you have a belief that isn't necessarily what people take it as, and they just take it the wrong way, and then they start attacking you, and it's like your side's attacking you, and like that feels fucking awful.
I had one interaction that was about like me saying that, hey, working with experts and going through the legal route in order to have like HRT and so on is something that I wish it was easier, and I wish DIY wasn't like necessary for people. And people on the left, a bunch of like trans people, took it as me demonizing DIY. And I said, like, one of the things being like, it sucks to have people who should be on your side misrepresent your stance in order to attack you. And because, like, it feels like we're on the same side. I'm used to transphobes continuously coming after me. And then I had like these people were like, they're like offended that I said that them, criticizing me feels more horrible than having like transphobes stockpile on me. I can ignore transphobes. I cannot ignore people who I, want to have like rights for, right? Who I am fighting for.
Yeah, and I went through the same thing. I mean, I'm sure you saw. I was just affirming people because, like, one of my friends was saying that a transsexual or something was like basically saying that they weren't trans, and I just like made my post. I was like, I was like, you guys don't need to transition to be trans. Like, you're valid either way. And like, everyone
Oh
took that as
yeah.
me like saying that you shouldn't have HRT. I was like, what? I've never said that, like, ever.
Oh, and that was like during the time when the US criminalized puberty blockers and so on. So they took this as like you saying that, oh, they are still valid even with all the bans, so they don't need it.
No,
I think people are like too quick to jump on these things.
yeah, if anyone had even asked what I was talking about, I'd been like, no, it's just like I had no idea that a law had just gotten passed, and apparently what happened is it was in the UK or something, but someone passed, like, some law got passed because,
Mhm.
and the excuse that they used was people online saying that you didn't need HRT to be trans, and like apparently that was the use, and because I repeated those same words, like they took it as me saying that I agree with that or something.
Yeah, the thing is like what it means is that there are levels of gender dysphoria, and not everybody has the need to like medically transition. A lot of people are fine with like social transition. Um, but if that is like the only thing, you know, like you having to medically transition, and the only way to do it is like DIY and so on, like obviously I support that, right? And then there's also this misconception that like being transgender or being trans means that you have already transitioned, or you're like essentially cis passing as the other gender, which is obviously not true.
No.
And then there are a lot of people who are going to move like the goalpost, like certain things, and it's essentially like an entire pipeline and or like a spectrum. And on any step, people are like, "Well, I support on this point forward, right?" Or if you have the desire to transition, just stay in the closet, hide all of these things, and once you're cis passing, once you're meeting like my expectations of what a woman has to look like, sound like, act like, then you can say that you're trans. But then also don't, because it makes me feel gross if I'm attracted to somebody who used to be a man. Which
I hate this timeline.
mhm. I talked about this recently. I think I also made a tweet about it. How like if you are a trans person, you simultaneously have to be cis passing as the opposite gender, not tell anyone that you're trans, but also always tell everyone that you're trans constantly. But if you do that, then you're shoving it down everyone's throat.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't even have pronouns in your bio because that is already too much.
I already told like someone asked me why I don't like put a trans flag in my bio, or I don't really keep pronouns in my bio. I was like, well, I don't really want my pink triangle. That's pretty much what I said. Like I'm good. I'll still fight for trans
Yeah.
people, but I don't need to like tell you I'm trans.
I feel like, I mean, if you're an outspoken trans person, I think the majority of people actually do know that you're trans already.
Yeah, true. But some just don't.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I've heard people come in my chat and they're like vibing me for a while, and and I mentioned about like some trans experience, they're like, "Wait a second, you're trans?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it at all." Pink haired, yeah.
How do you did you have a stage of like having to accept that you're trans?
Yes, it so I actually found out exactly what being trans was in 2015, and that's when I like
Mm-hmm.
already started like thinking about it, but instead of like accepting myself immediately, I went into the closet and I went to my hyper masculine phase for like 6 years.
Yeah.
It took me a while to accept myself. It wasn't until, and I think I might have mentioned this before, but it wasn't until I was doing because I used to do GTRP. That was like one of my favorite things to do was like roleplay in GTA.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing a female character on there, and I used a voice changer and I was like, I want to learn how to do this without a voice changer because it bothers me when people know. And I was like, wait, why? Why does that bother me?
Why do people not see me as a real woman?
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
does this bother me? Why do I not like it when I had this too though? Like I played like online games and especially when it comes to like MMOs, I never liked actually doing voice calls with people and so on because like it's going to quote unquote break the illusion of me being a woman. And it's like I also struggled with putting in the effort in order to do voice training. Like that was I always saw videos of guys being like, I'm doing the girl voice
Oh
trolling and I'm
yeah.
so good at it. And oh my god. And these guys believed that I was actually a woman. I was like sitting there being like, what the fuck? Why can't I do that? That sucks. Like goddamn. I just want to sound like a woman.
Yeah.
um
So pretty much I was voice training before I came out as trans, and then I was like the first time I actually got like someone didn't like question it, I was like, wait a second, that felt amazing. So that's why I think that's I have to credit myself a lot with my voices because I was voice training before I came out.
hmm yeah. I mean, voice training is hard. It's a frustrating process too, and you do not see like the immediate effect. I think that transitioning in general is like you do not see any immediate change, and that can be stressful.
It's one of those things where you have to like, it's like you take a picture and then you look at it a few years later and it's like, wow, I was so different.
Yeah,
But
kind of like for me, it kind of feels like when I see pictures from the last year, 2 years, it kind of feels like, oh, these are like my pictures. Anything before that is like, I don't even know who that person is.
mhm.
And the farther back I go, I'm like, I don't even remember all of these things. Like, what the fuck?
I think it was like a year and a half in. I just deleted like every photo I had myself before. I've been able to find a few of them, but I just like I didn't want to see them.
Yeah, I get it.
Someone was
I
like
get
telling me
it.
you're gonna regret deleting them all. It's like nope, I haven't regretted even once. So like I'm good. But
Yeah,
you were
what
asking.
I used to play games with people and we recorded like highlights and stuff and I put them into a video and like you can like go back and watch like you can't. I can because you know it's on my hard drive. But it kind of like the same when it comes to like old TikTok clips and so on. Like I can go back and I can like actually go to this moment and be like, oh, this is what I sounded like. This is me hanging out with friends back then. And but because of the voice, it doesn't really feel fully like me. And I think that makes me kind of sad.
Understandable. You were asking about like other times. I'm pretty sure you're aware. My favorite game is World of Warcraft. I've been playing it for like 20 years.
No, shot.
No, really.
No, I've been seeing things about of of the Warcraft.
Uh huh.
I have I've never played it, but I heard that some people like it.
Yeah, it's really fun. But back in like I want to say like 2008, I used to catfish people on it. There's no
Little
voice
did you
chats
know you weren't
though.
actually catfishing.
Yeah.
You know, a woman all along.
Can you buy me? Can I get some gold so I can buy a mount, please? Ooh.
Can I roleplay with you? Oh, oh my god. Yeah. The thing is like for me, these moments, it felt real, but it made me so sad that like, oh, I could never experience that in real life, and people are going to like call me out on it, and people are going to, dismiss me, treat me differently, view me differently, and so on. The moment that, I guess, things become more personal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks. It sucks. That is like a part of like being trans that cis people will never relate to and never understand.
I'm actually pretty new to like being queer in general. Like, it's funny because I look at my relationship with my wife and like we've always had like a queer relationship, which is funny because we just thought we were like a normal straight couple, but like within like it's literally the lesbian stereotype. Within like a week of dating my wife, I wanted to marry her, so I was like a big stereotype with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's just crazy like looking back at how like queer coded I've always been, but I've only really been part of the LGBT for like 4 years.
Do you have a carabiner on your keychain?
I don't want to answer that question. Do you drive a
Wait.
Subaru? I drive a Kia.
Why do you know what? Wait, why do you know what to talk about the carabiner? I don't understand.
Next question, please.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. You think you're which amendment right is it? Fifth? Pleading the fifth?
Yes, I'm saying the fast.
Mm-hmm. Little did you know this podcast is hosted here in Germany, so you don't have that right.
I don't have my free speech here.
You do not have your free speech laws. Nope.
Oh, damn.
Actually, oh my god, I had people be mad at me. I've seen like right wingers be mad at me because apparently they felt offended by the fact that I ban people if they misgender me in my Twitch stream.
Oh, I mean, I don't even. I like. At least you play with your food. I just ban them. I don't even play with them.
As long as they give me something. As long as they give me something back. If they're just here, and not really like entertaining and so on, then I immediately ban them too. But yeah, I think I think it's kind of I think it's kind of interesting how people think that just because they have an opinion and they can like state their opinion, you have to take it.
Yeah, it's just you can't even say that's like a right wing or left thing. That's just a narcissist thing.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you not listen to my abuse?
Why won't you debate me?
Please debate me and tell me
Please.
about your rights.
Please.
What rights do you not have? Can you please debate me? I don't think trans women are women. Can you please debate me?
Trans women aren't biological women. Can you please debate? I like girl dicks, by the way.
Oh, I wonder who that is referencing. No, it's so. Do you have interactions with chasers? Do you have moments?
Oh yes, all the time. I remember I had a sugar daddy for a little while, which I would
Heyo.
yeah, I mean like I'll get free shit. I don't give a shit.
Damn.
I
Drifting. being trans in order to get the special privileges from being a woman.
No, I was like I would just be really friendly to them and they would buy me stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of nowhere they were like trying to role play sucking my dick and I was like, I don't have one of those. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, every now and then. Every now and then I have like debate DMs of people and I think I don't know if they're like transos who think that they are funny by showing me their fetish, or they're actually like really interested. in that girl dick.
I just wish, I think the world would be a better place if people were just more open about their sexualities instead of trying to, like, shame others for the things that they like.
As a former debate bro who is in fact partial to girl penis, do I have to write a formal apology? I think I think that is not necessary, and you do not have to feel ashamed for liking the girl penis. Just do not think that you feel entitled to being above trans women, right? A lot of chasers, the thing about like chasers is that they think that we are transitioning in order to be sex objects for them, so they feel entitled to know certain things and have like your attention and so on. And if you don't give it back, they're going to be really mad.
It's not just chasers, but like a lot of people don't realize how much misogyny trans women like experience, especially
Oh yeah,
when you have allies
men
like
don't experience misogyny actually.
when you have like allies and they're all like sure, okay, yeah, I'm glad you're an ally, but then they talk for us and it's like, why don't you just let me talk?
Listen, woman, let me explain as this man the trans experience to you and what you need to do in order to get rights actually in this country. That sadly happens way too often.
I don't want to like
Especially liberals. Liberals love doing it. The misogyny, like in general, of like liberals, liberal,
damn liberals.
is you know, that is, it happens so often. It's just a really common thing to talk over women, to dismiss women, to say that, to deflect and be like, no, I can't be misogynistic. I love women and I respect women, and also, you know, I'm not like these misogynists. I think that you should have the ability to go vote, actually.
Yeah, about that person we were just talking about, it's like they're like, oh well, you're not real women, by the way, but like I don't want you to have any of your rights taken away. Oh, by the way, I don't want any of you being in sports, by the way, because you're not like you're obviously like, you know, you're too you're too strong.
Trans women shouldn't go into women's changing rooms, because cis women shouldn't have to feel afraid of seeing biological real women shouldn't have to be have to feel like they might be exposed to a penis potentially, maybe hypothetically.
I don't know. I just feel like if there was a trans woman that was in a woman's locker room, I think they would have enough like respect for other women to like go into a private stall or something. Like in general, like even if that was like not just a strawman argument.
I mean, it is also being offended on the behalf of cis women under the pretense that every cis woman is afraid of a penis.
I kind of feel like cis men, especially Republican cis men, are the ones that are afraid of penis. Personally.
Yeah. And then, you know, if you have your gender, like I typically have my genitalia and my pants, and I wear pants above them in order to not, you know, shove them down everyone's throat, even though trans folks really would like me to. I think that my expression, my gender beyond my genitals, is kind of what determines which restroom I should go in, not necessarily what people would place me in, depending on if I take off my pants or not.
That reminds me of this meme that I found on TikTok. I just sent it to you.
I just can't stop thinking about complete strangers' genitals.
The fucking
With the
MAGA
MAGA
hat.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably thinking about other girls. Which girl has a dick? Which girl has a dick? I encountered so many strange women today on the street. I wonder which one has a penis. Oh my god.
Is there like a bit on South Park called like Eek a Penis or something? It's about the fucking little mouse with the. It's freaking Mr.
Oh, with the
Garrison's
oh
dick.
yeah.
That's. It's funny because like that those like episodes were extremely transphobic, but it was also making fun of transphobia as well. Because
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
it's the same thing. It's like Eek a Penis.
Yeah, it's just, but I feel like the majority, there aren't that many trans women, right? It's just we're not a majority. A lot of people have never interacted with a trans person before, beyond like maybe on online. And the idea that everybody is so obsessed with thinking about the genitalia of other people, like that is not normal. Like they are actually like really obsessed with this, and they think they project it onto other people, and they think that like cis women are going to feel the same way. But the thing is, like, cis men already go into the women's public restrooms and so on, right? Maybe it's a dad with his daughter going in there, right? Maybe it's a janitor. Maybe it's someone who is sometimes I just see random guys in women's restrooms to go pee or something, because maybe the other one is the men's is like full or so on.
I've
Like
literally.
it just happens.
I've been
It
at.
doesn't matter.
I've been at work before. I mean, public bathrooms at my work, and I've just literally seen a guy just walk in, use the bathroom, like standing up, pee and everything, and walked right back out. No one even like blinked. Like, who cares? We're just going to the bathroom.
Yeah, people don't care. And you really see that with like TERFs, how they view anyone who is, anyone who has male DNA is seen as like a predator, and someone who is going to like abuse them and so on. When like trans women aren't, abusive cis men. And it's just ridiculous to like believe, like they also project that onto young boys or young trans girls and so on, which is horrible.
It's always crazy hearing
Um,
that stuff. It's like we've used this as examples so many times, but like growing up, like, why is your hair long? Why you girly? Like, why you seem so girly? And then
mhm.
it's like as soon as you transition, you're a man. You're a manly man. You have like a giant fucking 5 foot cock. Shit like that.
What is it with transphobes always like emasculating themselves in order to like put you like to like invalidate you?
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's like they just like always imagine like you have like the biggest fucking deck for no reason, and it's like they're always like,
You have a more masculine, manly voice than I do.
yeah, they said that about me, about my voice. They're all like, you have the manliest voice ever. Like, huh?
I posted a short earlier today, and I saw a comment, and I thought it was like so funny. So the short today was essentially like me being in a Valorant lobby and getting shit for almost being 30 and not being married and
That
so
was
on.
such a cute short.
Yeah. And I saw. Does this mean I have a chance? Heyo. Wait, I saw this one. Yeah, bro. Who would have thought you would get roasted online playing with a real woman when you're pretending to be one can't get a man? So you've been trying to groom kids for the past 3 years, LOL. It's like, these people are not real.
No, they're not. Because they're also like their arguments never make any sense. Like, and in one, like one corner they're all like, well, trans women are too like buff and bulky from, you know, them being male, so like they shouldn't be able to compete against real women in sports. And then at the same time they're all like, your bones are brittle and you're weak, and it's like, which one is it?
You're not competent enough for the military. You're actually like too fragile, actually.
Yeah, it's just like their arguments don't make any sense. That's why I just don't bother with them half the time.
Yeah, I just humiliation is a core to the right wing victim mentality here. Oh yeah, do you remember this one situation with chibi reviews getting cucked, and then this other loser was like, "Oh my god, I gave this man a job and gave him like 6 figures, and then he fucked my girlfriend." It's like, you're just sitting there and think that it's making you like, what are you even trying to do? Like, farm sympathy points? Like, you're just going to get made fun of. Like, goddamn. Oh.
But no, I deal with a lot of misogyny. So this
Mhm.
whole argument that trans women don't deal with misogyny is so stupid. Because I deal with a
It's just
lot of
to
it.
invalidate your experience, and I think that it is also invalidating what cis men experience when it comes to misogyny, because there's also a level of misogyny where, like, growing up, I experienced misogyny as a boy, right? Like, I had people continuously invalidate me and be like, "Oh, you're too much like a girl. You're not doing this right. You're not doing this manly enough. You're never going to be a real man," and so on. Like, that is rooted in misogyny. It's like the society, like the dictionary definition of misogyny is like having hatred for like women and girls, but it's actually like a hatred for, or like being scared of, having an aversion to whatever femininity in of itself. And then society genders certain things, natural things like having emotions other than anger, having like opening up to people, being vulnerable to people, and you losing your social standing, you being criticized and being abused for doing these things, using like, "Oh, you're too feminine, you're too much like a girl, it is just meant to give men the impression that they have to reject these parts of themselves, even if they're natural, because femininity needs to be rejected because that is weaker and inferior and so on."
Yeah, all roads lead to misogyny, and thus leads to propping up the patriarchy. Simple as that.
Exactly. I've been kind of on the fence when it comes to like misandry, because like misandry is not the opposite of misogyny, but misandry is more of like what TERFs are doing, what they are doing to not just like trans girls, also to cis boys, what trans men experience in queer spaces, what that teaches us about how society, like, it is just a lot of these terms are just not used properly, and it kind of hijacks the conversation because you do not have like a universal understanding of how terms should be used, um and information gets lost once you use certain labels.
Yeah, misogyny is about hating women as like a whole, and misandry is more of just hating individual men. That's what I found.
Yeah, but like what TERFs are doing is like, if you have male DNA, if something about you is male, then you're doing it for nefarious reasons, and you're predatory and you're going to abuse women, the poor, fragile, weak female.
I think that's also misogyny, though.
I mean, I'd say it's both, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, just turfs in general are just awful people.
It's kind of Oh my god, what is that called? What there's something in psychology when you have drama and you use that drama in situations where it actually doesn't apply, like you project it onto like other situations. I don't know what the term for it is, but I feel like a lot of turfs experience misogyny themselves. They experience like the abuse, and then they just give it to trans women.
Yeah, because they always gotta punch down on someone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't mean victim complex. It's more like a coping mechanism or something. Um but yeah, it's really frustrating to continuously be like put in this position where you have to explain these things, but they don't want to listen to you because you're just seen as the enemy, and they don't want to empathize with your position because that is actually demonic.
To be honest, like thinking more about it, I think the misogyny versus misandry can also be compared to the whole white racism thing.
Oh yeah.
Because the fact you can't like on a what's the word? My brain's hurting right now. But in general you can't be racist against white people when it comes to like taking away their rights and stuff. What's the word for it?
Mm-hmm. Can you repeat that?
As far as like you can't really be racist against white people on like a actual like taking away their rights laws and stuff like that. Like it's propped against other like BIPOC and people like that, and that's why like a lot of people say that you can't be racist against white people. But you can be.
I mean, it's like systemic racism.
There you go, systemic.
And then
Yeah.
there's xenophobia, where like people in the UK being like people who are in London being xenophobic to someone who is like, I don't know, Irish or something.
It's what I'm saying is the misandry is basically the same thing. Like you can't be like actually misandrous, because there's no systematic level of misandry. But there is a systematic level of misogyny.
Yeah.
Yeah, systemic.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a double standard, but it's like it's because of the oppressed being scared and afraid of the oppressors is not the same as the oppressors feeling entitled to oppressing the oppressed and hating those, and like using their position of power in the social hierarchy. It's just not the same. But yeah, I think that like terms like misandry is just like it doesn't really convey what actually is like a lot of the problems in society.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are using it in order to like dismiss things. Like if you say that like, oh no, it is all men, and people are going to be like, oh no, you're just misandrist, and then they're going to like stop listening to you.
not the all men argument.
It's not all men.
Always
See,
one.
I cannot be misogynistic. I have a mother. It's like, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's... I feel like society is cooked. How do you cope with that? How do you cope with the fact that society is kind of cooked?
It's very hard. But then I just like leave Twitter and like leave any type of political sphere, and I realize how normal people are. Because like,
Yeah.
and it's always this is the kind of good thing to bounce off of like I think everyone's well aware, like I quote unquote pass IRL, like I don't have issues like other people say, but if I ever mention, yeah, I'm a passoid. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm gonna start being
Sorry,
a pick-me.
I can't talk to you anymore.
You can't talk to me. Are you a Han? Shut up.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Such
Goddamn.
stupid fucking language. Anyway, but I always have that like there.
Whooith just called me a non-passing trans woman. Why don't you just shame me for my voice and say that I need a voice changer too?
Why don't you use a voice changer?
Funny you say that. I can actually do a lot of things.
Why do you sound like Alistair?
I
that was
am
good.
your favorite radio demon, actually. Hello, everybody. This broadcast is taken over by Nyalister.
Alistair. Anyway, but no, I always like, if I ever mention that, they're all like, well, people are in real life are just being nice because they don't want to get shamed. It's like, no, it's not how that works. People IRL they're normal. They're not like you. They're not weird. The German language is the ultimate language is heard over the range. I don't think you could actually get Nyara to speak German in a normal voice.
Heiliger Strohsack, bist du meine Güte?
It's always gonna be like that.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I like doing the anime voice. That's the only thing that, you know.
I think it's cute.
That's the only time I will speak German.
Just the anime
sounds
voice.
like a Deku. Oh.
You remember when you were trying to say that I'm not a real German just because I wasn't born in Germany?
Heiliger Strohsack.
No, I thought that like you didn't like yeah, you were not born in Germany, and I thought that like your great grandparents or something were German.
Yeah, so my grandma was from Germany. My grandpa was in the military in the US and he brought her from Germany in the 60s.
Okay.
So I'm technically
you have
German American.
German ancestors, but like does that make you German?
I mean German American. I feel like I'm being judged right now, and I'm just like, are we just gonna do this every time I bring this up?
I mean, you wanted to do this, right? Like you wanted to.
Silence.
You went into this conversation like nobody actually had to bring this up. There was no like you're not born in Germany, and you don't have parents.
Are you saying I'm not?
German.
Are you saying I'm not a true German?
You're not a true German.
That's some dangerous rhetoric there.
You gotta like in your I feel like as a German I can't really like go down this
You can't make this
pipeline.
joke. No.
I need.
I'm not a natural blonde either, and I dyed my hair blonde.
Dutch, if I was like Dutch or like Italian, I could shame you for not being like Drew, you know. But
You can't shame me for not being a true German, though. Is that what you're saying?
it's just like it's just going into like a very gatekeepy type of like rhetoric, right?
Are you trying to do the
Like,
separatism?
too many right wingers are currently like pushing right now with like them pushing the line of like, well, if you are born in Germany, that doesn't even mean that you're really German unless your parents are German.
So what you're saying is you're supporting of like German separatism?
No, shut up. Stop. Don't. Shut up.
I really have to
Fuck
pee.
you.
I'll be right back real quick. Is that okay?
What a
No. Is it okay with you?
no.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just piss myself then.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
No, go, leave. Jesus, asking me for like, goddamn, women, women do be pissing. Hello, everybody. Hello, chat. How are you doing? Welcome. I hope you're all doing well. I hope Miss your I gotta pee. You want to see the shot from today? Do you want me to show the shot? This is from yesterday's match, by the way. Just see who is moved already. Yep. I saw this one live and on YouTube today. It's so good. It was a funny moment. Yes, I like this one. Oh my god. Even though it kind of sucks always to be seen as like a gay man. You know, I think that's like that's the thing that like continuously bothers me. It's just the fact that I'm seen as like a femboy, gay man, and never just a woman, right? You wish you were gay, you dumb straight woman.
I'm back in my flesh suit.
Welcome back.
That is my VTuber model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
don't call me piss girl.
So how was your pee?
Are you? Do you want to like know the volume and like the strength too? Like what the fuck?
No, I actually just like expected a yeah, it was fine.
Oh, okay. I mean, it was good. Yeah, just like nice,
Well, now
nice
I'm
flow.
intrigued. Like, what, you know?
Yeah, it was like nice flow. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. As long as it doesn't hurt. As long as it doesn't look weird, right?
I'm about to say it hasn't hurt since my surgery, so we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
How
remember
was your bottom surgery recovery?
my bottom surgery recovery was surprisingly like the way I always put it is like it's like the most painful thing I've ever experienced, but at the same time, it wasn't near as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah. How was waking up first night?
I remember when I first woke up after my surgery, I immediately tried to show both my wife and my sister, even though I had like packing in. So I was pretty excited.
Oh my god. Look at what they did to me.
It's gone. Do you want to see? It's just packing. There's nothing there.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I didn't even look for the longest time.
no, I looked. Who cloned me? Okay. No, I looked pretty fast. I actually have pictures, like progressed pictures. I'm not gonna show them to you. I'm just like letting you know I did take pictures.
What freaked me out is that I was in the hospital bed and there was I heard the noise from the medical helicopter, right? Numerous times, and it always fucking scared me. And because I was like drugged, I was like in this delirious state. I was struggling, I was in pain and so on. I woke up, I thought we were under attack.
You ever feel like that when you're like hearing something really loud in the distance or something like a plane going over? It's
Yeah.
like we're finally getting bombed.
Yeah. No, it was so bad. Like I didn't even know what it was, right? I thought, oh yeah, maybe it's like a plane or something. But no, it was like the helicopter from the hospital. But it freaked me out so much that I hear this loud ass noise constantly. And yeah, I got scared. I was so scared.
You went through 2 procedures, didn't you?
I did. I did have like the first initial one, and then there's like a cosmetic touch up. It was like a little bit more chill.
I just went through one.
Yeah, I mean, like here in Germany, they do twice. So because like it's paid for anyways, they could do it in one, but you know, why do it in one when
Now I remember
you can get more money out of the health insurance.
My one of my friends like was actually showing me like progress because she got it done in Germany as well, and I guess they like leave a lot of extra skin the first time, and then the second time they like clean it up.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was there for circumcision.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my god!
what happened with?
I don't have a penis anymore.
Oh my god, it's gone. No, when I remember I was so ready. It was like really early in the morning, and I remember being wheeled back, and I just looked at the surgical lights and I was gone. Like, I don't remember like being told to like count down or anything. It's just like, and then I woke up and I was in the recovery. I was like, whoa, that's so weird. That's my first surgery, by the way.
Into my second surgery, into the touch-up surgery, I walked in there. Like, I walked onto the surgeon's table.
You walked onto it?
Yeah, I was guided this way, and in the first one I had like I was wheeled there on like a hospital bed, and was like a whole thing. On the second one I was walking into that room
And just take your
in
pants off.
in that cold ass fucking room. I was nervous, I was shivering, I was like half naked because I only had like this thingy, you know.
And they're like, we're not gonna wheel you.
No, I was just like, yeah, I walked on because it was just like a small thing, right? It was like a 30-minute surgery. The other one was like 7 hours. And I walked in there, I sat on that chair table thingy, and it felt so surreal because I walked in that like I don't know, it felt really surreal. It felt like an area I should not be in.
My surgery was only 4 hours, surprisingly.
Okay.
But they also
What was
charged
the longest surgery you ever had? I mean, that was bottom surgery with like 7 hours.
I remember, yeah, there's so much about my recovery that was so weird because, like, I think we're pretty sure I was allergic to the antibiotics because I started having like horrible cramps, and I was like begging the nurse to take me off of the fucking antibiotics. And they didn't want to take me off of it. That was pretty bad. Also, my nurse was homophobic.
Oh?
Yeah, because she had a problem with my wife being in the room.
It's like, I see you as a woman, but you have to date a man.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how it felt.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Yeah, I got numerously misgendered. And I heard other trans women who got the surgery also got like numerously misgendered by the person who brought like the food and stuff.
I'm not sure, my wife would have to chime in, but I think I got misgendered like once.
No, like that kind of sucked.
She said, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like this person was like really, I guess had like a really had a reputation for doing this.
It's pretty crazy. You'd like go through an entire transition. You do like make a step that most trans people don't even take. Completely get bottom surgery. Still get misgendered.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels so. I have people still call me like a trans trender.
Even though you got bottom surgery?
Even though I got bottom surgery and got like I did like all of these things. I don't know. it's just always about like there's always like something that is going to piss people off, you know, like my voice or you know, if you don't put in enough effort into your looks. And I was like, I woke up from a surgery from one of the most, you know, from the hardest, longest surgeries when it comes to like the transitioning journey. And obviously I'm not going to wake up with makeup on and having my long flowy hair and, you know, I don't know.
To be fair, you talk a lot about your voice, and I will say I love your voice. I'm not gonna I'm not just hyping you up. I'm very proud of you. I watch your old videos all the time because I send them to you because I think it's funny. But I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, Mom.
I thought you were my mommy.
Oh my god. I just have like this issue that I'm always getting misgendered and so on based on my voice.
Yeah, the pitch does not transfer through phone very well. It's more of a resonance you have to work on if you don't want to get misgendered on the phone.
Yeah. 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 It sucks that you have to kind of change who you are in ways in order to get just seen a certain way, right?
Treated like a human, you mean?
I mean, to be fair, we are transitioning to be seen as women who are not necessarily being seen as human beings in the society either. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. It's just, I want to experience normal misogyny when I play video games and so on, not homophobia and being called a femboy all the time.
And now you know I just play my comfy, cozy games where I don't have to deal with people ever.
Yeah, but like Valorant is fun.
Yeah, Valorant is your favorite game. Did you guys know that?
It is also like the content.
Valorant is Nyara's favorite game.
It's a really good stream game, and it's also a good game for short form content.
And
I feel like a lot of things that I do are things that I would like to watch, right?
True. Like, I wouldn't say World of Warcraft's a very good game to watch. It's more of one of those games you should play and not really watch. So that's why most of my short form content surrounds about like takes I have or just funny things I do instead of what I'm doing in the game.
I mean, that's kind of like how I started as well. And I think that I wanna have more clips again where it's just me yapping about like certain things that don't warrant like an entire video. But that would like mean that I have to go through my words again.
You don't have like see, that's why I have the clip thing, because it just automatically makes a little replay buffer for me.
I mean, I have that too, but it would still mean that I would have to like clip the things, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if that was like funny, and then I'm sitting there being like, I could have used that for a video.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because like on one hand, you can open up to your community and they end up doing too much. Like there's one time when I first opened up and I was encouraging people to do it. I made like 100 clips in one stream. I'm like, yeah, never again.
I hope your voice doesn't change. It is perfect the way it is. I feel like my voice is probably going to change, but it's not going to drift away too much from where I am right now. Right? It's going to be like a gradual change, but it's also like I just want to, I don't know. Like, what does it even mean to have like a passing voice, right? Like, what would I have to do in order, or like, what way do I need to sound like in order to pass as a woman? Like, what does that even mean? How does this relate to me? Like I just have my voice. This is what I sound like. This is what I sound like right now. And if you go back to old videos, you're going to find how I sound like, how I sounded like at that time. And with voice training, it's like there's this component of moving towards a goal where your voice just feels like you, where you can listen back to your voice. And like everybody hates their voice, right? But it's like having a voice that just like it sounds like you.
It's really weird because I'll like listen to my voice and I'll edit videos and stuff, and then I'll just hear my wife watching like a TikTok of mine because it popped on her For You page, and I'm like, I have to like double check. I'm like, wait, that's me.
Yeah.
It's a really weird experience when you're not like hyper focusing on your voice, because then you realize, wait, that's a very feminine voice, like even without me trying that hard. And my voice is like always going to change. My voice from 3 years ago is completely different to what it is now. Voice training takes years. Just like transitioning in general takes years.
Yeah, I think that like where I'm going to be ending up like next year, I think even if I look back to old videos from last year, it feels like my voice has already like changed and progressed in a way that is like much healthier of a voice. And maybe in a year it's going to sound like slightly different again, right? Like back then I had more of like this squeezing voice because I kind of like forced my larynx to go up, which is like a really bad habit. I was like obviously a little bit exaggerated right now, but I like playing around with my voice, and maybe things are just going to like change over the next year.
Yeah, I remember I remember some of those clips of you doing like the nasally like larynx high voices.
Yeah, especially the ones with like the Palico model.
Oh, so
If
it
it's
is
the Palico model, a lot of the content is like very I don't know. I don't like listening back to that. I don't like my voice. I don't like how my voice sounded back then.
It's funny because I mentioned to you that well, we met in 2024, but I'd watched your content on TikTok before that. I didn't even realize it was you until we started talking.
That was with the catgut model, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like very very German, and I mean the thing is like with voice training, what also is a big part is consistency, because it is a muscle, and sometimes I have clips where I sound closer to where I sound right now. And it's just because like I had that range, but it wasn't always on my mind. It wasn't always, hey, I didn't always sound like this all the time in the entirety of the stream. And sometimes there are clips where I sound more feminine. Sometimes I have clips that sound more masculine.
What I try to do is I try to find the clips that I really like about my voice, and I try to like, hey, how can I recreate that? And I try to like recreate it when I'm doing my training. And I still do training like all the time. It's not something that I put like, I sometimes get lazy, but most of the time I'm always training.
Yeah. I posted this meme thing of like, oh, 6'7", 6'7",
Yeah.
6'7".
I did
And
the
I
same
had
meme.
someone on Instagram in the comments be like, I don't think you should give people tips on voice training. I was like, that's the rudest thing I've ever heard.
That's so rude. No, if anyone ever actually asked me,
there wasn't even like some the common transphobe, right? I think that was actually like a trans person who said that.
I don't give
like,
people advice on voice training because everyone's voice is different. I can like say basics, but at the end of the day, I'm not a teacher, and I don't want to act like I'm a professional because I don't want people to like end up damaging their vocal cords and shit. So
I saw I found the thing. With all due respect, you don't have any room to give advice on vocal training. I was like, glad you say with all due respect.
oh boy.
I was like, damn, that's rough. Because I have people ask me, like people what I like, but I'm not really happy with my voice, so I'm obviously I don't really feel like I have, a point of authority to like teach people.
Do you have any advice to fellow trans women to not get discouraged to stream and do content creation, stick to a schedule? It's the same advice I give to any person, regardless of their gender. Shut off your view count and just play what you want to play.
I think what people need to realize is streaming as a job is hard. And being a trans person is hard. And it's also difficult to be a trans person on like in the streaming space. There are going to be opportunities that you probably won't have because of the fact that you're trans. There are friendships and connections that you're going to miss out on the basis of you being trans. Obviously, shitty people filtering themselves out, actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But what I started doing is I wrote scripted content. I was, playing games and so on. And I did like short form content. I just did TikToks and so on. And I built like a small little niche community, a small little following, and then I started streaming. I started streaming on TikTok. I started streaming on Twitch, and I was playing different games. I was hanging out, and it was just a tiny little space. It's like a little safe space, and you can do this. If that is what you want to do, you can do this. But do not expect to stream to hundreds of people immediately. Like that goes for like any trans person. And also don't feel discouraged as if nobody is like actually showing up. You have to figure out what content you can create, what you enjoy watching, what you enjoy creating, and and like actually get lucky with the algorithm, so people who are invested in this content, who enjoy this content, are going to find this content. So there's a little bit of luck involved, there's a little bit of perseverance, there's just finding something that you enjoy doing. And if streaming is actually not what you enjoy doing, but maybe you enjoy just creating short form content, then you should do this. You don't have to stream.
I also highly advise, if you're going to be a VTuber, to not spend money on the VTuber model until you know that you enjoy being a VTuber.
If you want to get a model, you can get like really good customizable models, like this the Suica model is really good, and it's affordable. Still expensive, but it's affordable.
What inspired me to stream? I've been wanting to be a content creator since I was very young. I started streaming in 2017. I used to just play Fortnite like a lot.
I streamed in 2016 Overwatch to literally no one.
I just streamed to myself, and it was hard back then, and it's hard now.
I really enjoyed. You know how the older generation is always like they want to take pictures of everything, so they have like moments to look back on. For me, it was just like, for me, it was more like playing games with people and then having like these moments and saving these moments and then putting them into like videos and playing around with that.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
That's what I really enjoyed doing.
I used to love like making that was back before short form content was even like good. Then you just make like montage videos and stuff. Like that was always fun.
I also did montages.
The montages are always silly.
Mm-hmm.
If only I
Yep.
knew what type of person I would be in 10 years.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Or like 5 years? Let's do 5 years.
In 5 years,
2031.
hopefully playing the next Elder Scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's only been 15 years. I don't know. Honestly, like I don't think that far in the future. I don't talk
I
about
think we
it.
live in like so unpredictable
Yeah.
times. It's really difficult to think about like 5 years
It's
because
hard.
like 2025 was a very interesting time. Tumultuous. What is the word? With a lot of like turmoil.
Mhm.
Tumultuous time for me.
Yeah,
A lot of things happened.
a lot has happened the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't really think about the future too far. I'm just trying to give my kids a good life, and I don't really care. Like this is for fun to me. If I like end up making a career out of it, cool. But at the end of the day, I'm just like focusing on making sure my kids are good people.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I just want to get by. I want to have like some form of like stability. That's kind of like what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
I don't want to worry about finances too much, but we see what is happening in the world, and it makes it
Mhm.
really difficult to not worry, especially because my income comes from American companies.
Yeah, and you know, you always get always the stupid shit. I can't. You're trans. You're like you're pro trans, but you're paying for Twitter. Oh my god, I'm so tired of hearing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. People don't understand that I get a lot of traction because I get a lot of hate, and I think that I should capitalize off of the fact that I'm A in the algorithm and I'm getting a lot of hate.
Mhm.
Like, they are going to continuously post my screenshots and like farm me for engagement, farm me for money. Why shouldn't I profit off that?
Yeah, they just expect like people expect you just to like lay down and take it and not like fight back at all and like not gain anything from it,
Yeah.
while other people gain like a lot of money from being cruel to you.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing with like, if I have transphobia in a Valorant match, that is content to me. I'm going to turn this into content. I'm going to use that. And then there are going to be people being like, wow, I can't believe you're always the victim in all of these clips. And it's like, yeah, I will never be the abuser. Like, shut up.
How
What the
dare
fuck do you
you?
mean?
How dare you call out someone and then you play the victim? How every time, even though it's
I
just
can't believe that the videos that you show are you being the victim in situations where you are the victim.
you just call out these big creators and then you play victim. Like, oh,
Yeah.
put me in my place, but not for real. Oh, for not for free. Okay.
Yeah.
Is your chat just full of bottoms like mine? Just want to be put in their place.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think that streamer or like chat reflects streamer.
Are you saying that to me?
I mean, I'm also saying that like in general. But like you have bottom energy too, so like I wouldn't be surprised.
I took the one Twitter test that took your Twitter username and it told you what type of archetype you are, and it said that I'm a verse who has bottom energy.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's always funny because they were group of friends were doing the BDSM architect, and I was going through it, and I was like, I couldn't finish it because it's like asking an asexual woman what their BDSM architect is like asking a vegan what type of meat they want at the barbecue.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, a lot of like these questions are really, they're really wild as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes it. I feel like bottom and top has become more than just like a sexual thing. It's more of like a personality type thing.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think I'm a very assertive person. I don't think I really give off bottom energy at all because like you've seen people like how they're like, oh my god, she's so aggressive. Look at that male the male
The
socialization.
male energy. I feel like that is literally just a rebrand of like you're being unladylike.
Yeah.
That's not how women should act like. Yeah, as like trans people, we are expected to take transphobia and misogyny and not fight back because that is going to be used as a justification to invalidate us more. They just want us to be, you know, subservient to the cis men who fetishize our existence. Because that's what we signed up for by being trans.
We sign up for the misogyny that apparently we do not receive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm tired
I
of
mean,
the
it's
sports.
essentially like people who are being like spicy workers and so on. And it's like, yeah, but you signed up for being objectified and dehumanized actually by doing this. And it's like, they're still human beings. Like, what the fuck? Like, have some decency.
Yeah, I
Are
just
you pouting? Oh.
no, I was looking for my Tums because I'm starting to get a tummy ache. Yeah, just like I'm tired of the whole like sports argument too, and it kind of led from the the transsexual pick-me's and like seating on sports and stuff. Um, I don't know. There's
Yeah.
like we're like 1% of the population, and as far as like high level sports, there's only like 12 trans women or something, and like why is this such a big deal?
I feel like it's like a gateway into a lot of the same when it comes to like saying that the transgenders are doing genital mutilation on 2-year-olds or something.
There's only one type of genital mutilation that's going on. Sorry, there's two types, and that's circumcision and intersex surgeries on babies.
Exactly. But you never see these people complain about that.
Oh, apparently they also complain about that, just like we never see it, even though they never actually post about it.
It's how TERFs actually live really fulfilling lives. You just never see that on their timeline, on their profile whatsoever. Isn't that wild how so many pygmy Veek drifters and so on can literally just go, I hate trans people, get 30,000 likes? Or there are even accounts that have like 200 followers and so on. They're just being transphobic, quote tweeting me, calling me a groomer or something, and they get like 15,000 likes on that.
Well, you
Isn't that
remember
interesting?
when Bindset did that the psyop where they made their own like hater account and like Grexit and everyone was like following it and yeah. Same bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was so fucking funny when that happened because about the same time they were like, so you were dunking on yourself? And it's like, no, you're just showing like how easily you can get attention online just by being cruel to people.
I think Bint was even followed by Tectone or something. Like
Yeah.
the account.
Uh-huh.
Like it's so easy. It is. And the thing is, like, they always accuse me of botting, but I think that like it's always projection from these people. So I think that a lot of like these things are artificially boosted. And then it's like, haha, you're getting ratioed. It's like, yeah, wow, you got more Twitter likes on
Oh no.
you got more likes being hateful to a trans woman on the hateful transphobic we hate all trans women website. Wow.
I remember when like the whole idea of like ratio was about how someone would get more comments than likes, and now it's all about like pretty much just accusing people of botting if they don't have as many likes as they do replies. I don't like.
Oh yeah, people on the left, I think right wingers do not understand how leftists interact with leftist tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes I have a tweet and it has like 5,000 likes or 500 likes. Let's just not, go too high. Sometimes I have a tweet with like 200 likes and it has one comment, and that one comment is someone being transphobic, and there have 15 replies to that one transphobic comment, but they are not going to interact with like, they're just going to like my tweet, my original post, but they're not actually going to interact with like the message of it because they already agree with it. That's what the like symbolizes, right?
Yeah, and a lot of times they not only agree with it, but they just don't want to get harassed by like the chuds that will be on their way.
There's also this thing of like, in general, women online are going to like more content than comment because also like misogyny and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of real world misogyny is being also pushed into like the online space, like online behaviors like that. And if you're a marginalized group, if you see someone who gets targeted, who gets lied about, who gets harassed, and you want to support them, you're probably going to DM them because you don't want to be like in the crosshairs of these people.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot, right? There are also like a lot of VTubers as well, also like bigger VTubers who will like a bunch of my tweets, but they don't even want to follow me because they don't want to get called out on like following me. Which I think is it's sad. It feels like, it makes you feel really isolated as someone who is on the right side of history.
Yeah. As far as content creation, what I usually do is I just like sit down one weekend and I make like 40 shorts. That's not what Nyara does though.
Quest offenders, this Hassan VT for real. Bro just likes my shit and doesn't even press the follow back button. Because,
I always know when someone is a chud because of the way they spell Hassan.
Yeah, with double S.
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't
even
actually
know why people do that.
The thing is I follow Hassan, but I also follow Destiny. So like I don't like root for any of them. I think they both have good takes, and some of them are bad.
You follow Sex Destiny?
Yeah,
who posted Revenge Porn?
Not for any particular reason, but see what I mean is I don't actually like support either of them. I'm just following both of them so I can't be used against me. I don't really watch Destiny though.
I mean, I don't think anyone does.
No. I mean, there's someone who I was kind of listening. No, I'm not sure if I want to talk about
Destiny
that.
is one of those liberals who doesn't actually have like a firm belief in things. He just hates Hassan, and he wants to be like seen as like opposition to the right in order to have, like a platform or something. But I think he hates leftists just as much as people on the right, and it's just about opportunities, right?
He's he's another liberal, isn't he?
I mean, not. I don't even call him like a liberal. I mean, he just wants to be opposition to literally anything.
His name on Twitter is literally the Omni Liberal.
Yeah, but like anyone can call themselves anything.
I guess. I don't know. Apparently, there's like Eva and Yumi are like big fans of Destiny, not because of like the beef that he has, but because of the fact that he actually like goes out and covers things more. I don't even know. I was like listening a little bit, not very much.
I mean, he's also like the thing is like there's the sex stuff, there's the Zionism, there's a lot of things. So I wouldn't I would stay away from people who support this guy because I feel like it's really difficult to ignore all of the red flags.
Yeah, but my point of what I was making about that though, let's back up. People will see me following Hassan, they'll be like, "Oh my god, they follow Hassan." So that means their opinion doesn't matter. And it's like I don't really watch Hassan. Like I've seen a few of his shorts and like I agree with some of the stuff he says, but I don't like watch him.
I have people actually, there are people every now and then who get invalidated because they repost things that I say.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think I've had the same thing happen to me. Like, people just mention that someone supports me, so like nothing they say matters. It's just a chain, just a chain of events.
The thing is, people will jump on anything in order to invalidate not listening to you, but in reality, it's just because they don't want to listen to you, because they don't want to be proven wrong, they don't want to change in their worldview. They don't want to, you know.
Yeah, Puma, that's pretty much what I was saying. It's like I don't necessarily support any of these bigger political streamers. I just follow a lot of them because I would like to see all opinions, but I don't really like care for them. I think the hard on the right has against Hassan's a little ridiculous though.
I mean, like, he is their one big enemy.
You're also the enemy. You're like the dangerous trans male. And that fucking reminds me of that short you made, like someone's like saying like the dangerous the dangerous trans agenda, and it's just showing you meowing. I hate fucking transphobes.
It is something, yes. Oh, there was a tweet, I think, right? I captioned it like, "Oh, this is the
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
woke
about.
Trantifa Fox girl that they warned you about," and
You do some funny shorts with the just the green screen stuff. This shit always makes me laugh.
mm-hmm.
Trans agenda, and it's
Yeah.
just the stream schedule. I hate him for being a tanky. What does that even mean?
It's like people who support the communism of like the USSR, like China.
Oh.
Like Hassan is really like on his China pro China thing, which obviously is going to put off a lot of people. Even people on the left, because tankies. It is just it goes into a more authoritarian form of communism, right? At least that's what like China and the USSR represent.
I remember I mentioned how like it's a radical left view to want free universal healthcare, food, shelter, and water, and someone just called me a communist. I'm like, okay. It's apparently like it's a very socialist viewpoint. It has nothing to do with communism, but okay.
Yeah, I always find it like really dystopian as like someone who is German to hear how how people in the US are being treated.
we're pretty much disposable. I'll just say that from experience.
Yeah, I like when I hear things like, oh, you don't even have like a break if you work like 15-hour shifts, and it's like, well, if I work for 8 hours, I'm forced to take a 1 hour break.
I don't really know about that one. Like, that must be like actual violations, because as far as I'm aware, it's like a federal law that you have to at least get breaks if you work for over like 6 hours or something. But I'm not sure.
I guess it kind of depends on the industry as well.
Yeah.
The reason they use the double SS for a son is either because they can't spell or as a dog whistle. I don't know. That's just I don't think they can spell. It's how they put a D in Asmund. Right? Like Asmund Gold. Like there's no D there.
In Asmongold?
There's no D in Asmund.
Oh, like Asmund Gold, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's how people like spell it.
Asmold Pyrite. That's a good one. I've noticed that Asmund hasn't been talking about you near as much. I wonder why.
Yeah, it kind of he did talk about me getting banned though. Like
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean not me, but someone
You didn't get banned? What do you
from
mean?
Nyara V2 getting suspended.
I don't know who Nyara V2 was.
Yeah, I think that
I never followed that account because they didn't follow me.
yeah, they just followed me.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm a very transactional person.
I know, because otherwise you would be a cis-actional person.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I don't know what's going. I mean, didn't he do like this whole shtick where it's like, I'm so tired of content creators and all of them are just liabilities, and I just like hate everything and so on, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. He's going to. The thing is, like, he gets his motivation to talk about people like me and so on when he sees me on his feed, on his Twitter feed, or like when I'm being posted on his subreddit. That is the only motivation he has to actually like talk about me and rant about me. But I think he's just tired of seeing me.
I think so. Like, I'm surprised he hasn't blocked you at this point.
Blocking is weak.
Yeah, that means that means that they win if you block them, right?
Yeah.
I always hate that mentality. It reminds me of you know how I was trying to figure out why I was shadow banned and I ended up like deleting all my tweets. Well, someone like decided to co-opt that and say that I deleted all my tweets because of them. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, multiple times.
It's how they. Back then, I deleted a bunch of my tweets when there was this rumor about like Grok being trained on all of the tweets that you post, and I didn't want to have like art that I post and like selfies and so on be used to train AI.
Mm-hmm.
So I deleted a bunch of tweets, and then people were like pushing the idea that like, oh, you deleted all of these horrible tweets where you're talking about no material and stuff.
I saw someone say that when they were confronted about the fact that those fake screenshots were from before your account, they were like, "Oh no, it was Nyar's old account."
If it was an old account, I wouldn't have that profile picture.
Yeah.
Like I did have like I didn't have the Nyara VT name before making that account, because I went under different aliases. And also, I don't really have one in this time period, right? I wasn't really. I was just doing graphic design, right? I was just like every now and then, My biggest tweet back then was me being like, I want to design a free logo for people. And I had like a bunch of people like join in on that. And it was like actually like during like my early days, also like breaking into like the VTuber community.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that account has been gone for a really long time. And then I came back in August with new account and so on, you know.
I when I first made this, I had an old account. It was from like 2012. That's when I started as a VTuber, and I renamed it to Whooith and stuff. I ended up deleting that account because I was going through like a lot of depression, and I made a new account, and people are like, "Well, you deleted your account because you were trying to get away from like all the controversy that you used to be in, and like just a bunch of made up bullshit." I'm like, "No, I was just depressed."
I can check the wait, the profile picture that I had in this screenshot was made 2024, July
Mhm.
2024. Before that, I had like the other one.
People are just gonna believe what they want to believe. There's a confirmation
Oh yeah,
bias, and unfortunately, like all you can do is just like correct it when it pops up.
this
And
was my old design. Looking similar to how I am now.
oh, let me pull it up. It's so cute.
It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's also like this one. And I also have one with a fox plushie. This one's very cute. I like that one.
That is really cute. I feel like you had like a lot of more of an idea of what kind of character your OC was. Uh, I
Now I have
mean, I
this. It's kind of the evolution.
I got the delay. Hold on. Yep, I love that picture.
Yeah, the thing is like I had I think it started with like a pig crew image. And then I commissioned someone to draw that, and this was the early thing, which I didn't really use anything from. And then it was like I actually like white hair, actually, you know.
That's cute.
It is.
My first design was based off of my druid from World of Warcraft. I just like asked my wife if she can make like a concept art, and we just used that original concept to make my first model. So
I'm
yeah,
currently like thinking about like my next remake that one. I need to I'm thinking about for the next iteration of my model. Like it's probably not going to stray away from where I am right now. It's just maybe the hairstyle is going to be a little bit different. Maybe the color of the hair is more of like a dual tone of like white and red, because that's actually pretty sick, you know. The one with the fob plushie. Yeah.
I was
Next one.
planning an entire new redesign for 3.0, and I just like honestly it's just on my back burner now. I pretty much have already decided that I'm gonna wait until I get partner before I even consider a 3.0.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's no point in
I
me
don't
like
really think that like the thing for me is like what I keep in mind is brand recognition, right? So I don't want to stray away too far from my current concept, so people are still going to be like, oh yeah, and I remember this one. Because like I had this fear of like with the pre-made model to the Palico, from the Palico to this model now. You know, my current model is kind of infamous now.
Yeah, that's how I felt
everywhere.
when I did like a temporary rebrand and I changed my name as no one really knew who I was, and I had to return to my old name for people to recognize me again.
Yeah. I think that like even changing your profile picture on Twitter is going to make it like difficult for people to like recognize you.
Mm-hmm.
That's also why I haven't changed my Twitch thingy in such a long time. I think with Twitter you can get away with it like more because people are going to be constantly like they'll be constantly like seeing it. But when it comes to something like Twitch, people are just not going to know. They're not going to find you in the left side in their following list and so on. Right, so you're like a little bit more locked in.
It's kind of funny when you said that, and I was like, you know, I don't have to give up my branding. And the next thing I knew, I was like, I just want to be a VTuber again. I still have to deal with like problems with it because like trying to run this model with all my other programs and then also play my games is just very intensive.
Yeah, that's fair.
People don't seem to realize how intensive VTubing is.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
I know some people with like top line computers and they still struggle with playing like Cyberpunk and other like big games like that while with the model.
That's why so many people go into like a dual PC setup. So, you know, it's like separated because it's always going to be intense on the CPU and so on.
I still
Also, it's
remember when
less reliable.
the NVIDIA codecs came out, and everyone's like, well, we don't need to do two PC setups anymore because the new NVIDIA encoding works like just as, the same on its own chip.
Mm-hmm.
And then VTubing got invented, and it's like, nope, two PC setup again.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping for the Steam, like the machine, Steam machine,
Hmm.
to be kind of somewhat affordable, but right now it's looking more like probably 1,500, maybe even more.
Oh boy, doesn't help that
It,
RAM's so expensive because of AI.
yeah, yeah.
We've all
People were in the copium and hopium when it comes to like, oh, it's going to be priced like a console. It's like, no, there's no
oh
way.
no.
The thing is, like, I'm sure that they are going to use different versions where you can like have like something a little bit more beefy. But I would be surprised if it's going to be like $800.
Yeah, I haven't looked too much into the Steam machine or whatever. I just know like these problems with like computer parts have always been here. I remember what was it like a few years ago with the crypto and like all the GPUs were super expensive.
Yeah,
It was hard to get like a new graphics card unless it was like marked up by like 400%.
yeah, exactly.
Same problem with the RAM now.
I hope things are going to, you know, balance each other out again. But I feel like a lot of these things are just going to normalize a certain price.
Hmm. I hope the fucking AI bubble pops finally.
Yeah. 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 I'm lucky that I upgraded my RAM right before this stuff happened.
Same, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, so I'm good for a while.
I have 48. I went for 48. Should have went for 64.
Should have got a bigger one. I just bought a
Should
4
have
I bought a 4 terabyte SSD just for like recordings and editing videos and stuff, and that's actually what caused me to fry my PC.
Oh damn.
Yeah. That whole situation where my PC got like fried, it was because I was like trying to rush to put it in and I forgot to ground myself and I fried my entire motherboard.
Oh my god, no.
Mm-hmm. That was a very, very expensive $700 lesson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Between OpenAI circling the drain and Anthropic having their entire source code leaked. It looks like the bubbles pop soon. Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, also like Sora like shutting down. I think that is like going to scare the investors.
Yeah, there's no like possible way for them to try to convince people that AI is affordable anymore. So it's starting to like, it's gonna pop soon. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my poor freaking computer.
Alrighty. I think we talked about a bunch of topics, and I typically do like 2-hour sessions.
Oh yeah, we went a lot
I
longer.
think yeah.
I was having fun.
But I appreciate you hanging out, and I'm sure that we're going to be setting up something again soon.
Hell yeah. I am probably just gonna wrap it up too. So if you want to find someone to rate it, we can double rate them.
I might not raid immediately. I might just hang out like a little bit longer, like
Okay.
maybe like half an hour, just like chilling a little bit.
All right, that sounds
But
good.
yeah, go check out Whooith. Let me give you a little shout out and tell people where they can find you.
Twitch.tv/Whooith and shitter.com/Whooith. It's just in Twitter. Just anywhere. Honestly, every single I think I'm on every platform as Whooith, so socials. Yeah, there's my like all-in-one thing.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
it.
will kick you out now.
Thank you. Please kick me, mommy.
Bye. Ayo.
Hey yo.
Thank you so much for watching and hanging out, and for people who are watching on YouTube, bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, Whooith.
Goodbye. All right, chat. Oh god, everything's messed up. Hold on one second, chat. Everything's messed up, chat. Fit to screen. There we go. Bring my overlay back. Hi. Hello. Hi. We're gonna go raid Nyara, and then she can raid out to someone. Thank you so much for hanging out, chat. I don't normally stream on Saturdays, so I just wanted to, like, that was fun. I hope you guys had fun watching. I really appreciate you. We're gonna go raid her with the raid emotes. And thank you for the follows, everyone. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the Prime, Willow. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the Prime, Flabber. All the follows. And also, I got a raid from Gothy Gal VV. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful night. Bye.